Alright, what up y'all? So I'm back on my Suzuki Vinson ATV rebuild project. This switch can handle the current, but I'd rather have it set up like this. Comes into a fuse, goes into the relay. If y'all missed other videos, check out up here and here down in the description. But I'm going through the wiring today because I'm about ready to start this thing, but we need to go through the wiring and make sure it's all good. So I'm especially checking the winch wiring to make sure that it's good, so the thing doesn't start on fire when we go to start it. Let's check it out. All right, so everything looks messy. I got it all pulled out so we can test it. You know, it's not fully hooked up, but this is just for testing. So here's a winch contactor right here. These leads go to the winch, and then this is a positive to the battery, negative to the battery. So I got this on Amazon, and I got this winch contactor on Amazon. This is a relay. The way it's set up out of the package is the winch contactor always has power and it's not fused, so I had to fix that. I have it so when I turn the key, the relay comes on, this gets power, and the winch works. When you turn the key off, the winch shuts off, and there's no power to this. That way there's not always power to this. Key on, key off. I got the winch switch mounted up here on the handlebar. Key on, it works. Key off, there's no power. That way this thing won't drain the power, you know, if it's just sitting. All right, that's looking pretty good so far. So the relay is probably overkill. This switch can handle the current, but I'd rather have it set up like this. The relay has positive power right here, comes into a fuse, goes into the relay, comes out blue wire, goes to the contactor. One leg of the coil, grounded to the battery, other leg of the coil, right here, comes up to this number 15 fuse. This is the fused wire right here. The power goes from here to here. That's nicely soldered and heat shrunk. It's not going to short out at all. So now we need to wire up these circuit breakers. Don't copy this. I'm doing some experimenting here, but I'm going to try to wire 2 of them in parallel to see if it works. So you can buy larger capacity circuit breakers for these winches, but they're not high quality. So I want to try this. If it works well, I'll let y'all know. It's coming along nicely. I got everything all nicely tucked down in here. Got my relay down in there, and I got everything all tucked down in there. Here's what I'm talking about right here. So I think I'm gonna put the relays right here because the seat blocks right here. It has a little thing that hits right here, and then it hits right here too. So the relay fit good down in there, that's out of the way, but these will fit perfect right here. But to wire these up in parallel, we're gonna have to go basically copper to copper, copper to battery, hook these together, and then come off of here and go to here. This is the positive lead to the contactor, and it's not fused. So you can put a fuse in here, but if it blows out in the woods, you're stuck. The whole reason I'm doing it this way is because those are 50 amp breakers. 50 plus 50 equals 100. So the winch can draw way over 50 amps, right? When you're using it, a winch from zero load is like less than 50 amps, right? And then as you get closer to the max, 3,000 pounds you're trying to pull, it pulls 150 amps or whatever, right? The more load you have on the winch, the higher the amp draw. Basically just trying to protect these thick power wires so they don't burn up if the winch overloads. I got all these connectors on Amazon I've been using. These are actually pretty good. They got the hole in them like that I like because you can fill them with solder, so that's really cool. I'll put a link to these in the description for y'all. And I got these circuit breakers on Amazon too. They got that nice waterproof cover. All right, here's what I came up with. These are automatic breakers. Once they get hot, they'll open up and disconnect the line. Once they cool down, they'll close back up and start working again. That way the wire doesn't burn. You can see how I have it wired. Basically comes in from the battery, goes in here, it's joined here, and then this is the other end of the breaker. Comes out, goes over to the contactor. You have the negative on the contactor, the battery positive, and then your 2 winch leads on the contactor. The relay's fused. Then these are nice and waterproof. Just snap them over like that, you know, and then they stay shut. All right, let's test it out. Turn the key. Oh yeah, it's working great. 56.1, the breakers didn't trip because it's not hot enough, because just for a split second. If you're pulling something really heavy or really stuck and it sustains over 100 amps for long enough, the breaker will trip. And it all fits nice and neat under the seat. We're gonna get this thing started soon. Later.